Hello, leaders. Welcome to Run to Your Leadership Challenges, the daily show that provides tips and techniques to help you navigate the leadership challenges that you face every day. I'm your host, Paul Grau Jr. from the CLC Team, and we have one goal here, and that is to help you be a better leader. So let's jump right into today's topic. So today's topic is, where do we begin? Now, what I'm referring to here is when you give somebody their initial feedback. You're a leader, you get a new person that is on your team, and you are giving them their initial feedback. So say if we're rating on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest rating, 10 being the highest. Where do you start them at? Do you start them at a 10? Do you start them at a 5? Do you start them at a 1? This is mainly just a kind of a challenge to really think about, because if you think about it, if you start them as a 10, which I always kind of have done by rule of thumb, I've always started them at a 10. Everybody's a 10, and it's up to them to, knock themselves off of that pedestal, if you will. However, if they come in and I see them improving, I can't give them anything more than a 10, right? So is that maintaining the 10, or is that doing better than a 10? And like I said, the rating only goes from 1 to 10. You can't give them an 11. So I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about this and changing my mind a little bit. And I'm kind of going back and forth on this, because you want to give your people room to grow. You want to give them ideas on how they can grow and where they can grow. And let's face it, everybody has room to grow. Everybody can grow in one area or another. And unfortunately, everybody can fall. The cool thing is when they start to fall, you can catch them and turn them around and mentor them and guide them and coach them to be better. When it comes right down to it, it really doesn't matter where in your mind your person starts off. But I would highly recommend that they start off above average at the minimum, because you want to look at your team members as being good workers. If you look at them as a bad worker, guess what? They're probably going to be a bad worker because they're going to pick up on that attitude that you have. And if you're talking very positively about them and boosting them up, they're going to be good. They're going to be better because you're encouraging them. That's called the Pygmalion theory, if you're interested in that, because how you think of somebody directly reflects how you talk to that person, and they can pick up on that. If you don't think highly of them, that's going to have an impact on the way you talk to them, and they're going to think that of themselves and perform lower. Regardless, the most important thing here is not where you start them off on the rating scale. The most important thing is to make sure that you give them an initial expectations feedback session. Make sure they know what your expectations are and what they need to do. I can't stress that enough, because there's so many workers out there that have no idea what their supervisors and leaders expect of them, because they were never given that initial expectations briefing. Another thing that's important is give them the steps of how they can succeed and grow continuously. Guide them throughout the year, both in things that they're really good at, help them get better, and the things that they're struggling with. And finally, stay engaged with them throughout the year. Get involved in what they're doing. Know what they're doing. Because at the end of the year, you want to know exactly where they fall on the rating scale so you can give them truthful, honest rating that they earned. Hey, here at the CLC Team, we work with fairly new leaders and aspiring leaders. Leaders who are motivated to learn and develop their leadership skills and abilities. Leaders who have growth mindsets and want to stretch their innovative sides. Leaders who value people and want to lead and develop them to bring out the very best in their team members and themselves in every area of life. If that describes you, or if you know somebody that describes, we want to work with you or them. We offer a leadership community that is geared specifically to helping fairly new and aspiring leaders to set them up for success so that they can excel in their leadership career. This community has 3 live Zoom calls every month and a library of leadership video courses for you to watch whenever you want to. Let's face it, you are the future leaders of the world, and you need a place that you can trust to build your leadership skills. If you want more information, or if you want to join our community, please visit currentleadershipcoaching.com/leadership. Hey, that's it for today. And until tomorrow, run to your challenges.